Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We live at three levels. First is the objective existence. Second is the existence as experience. And the third is the subjective existence. Three levels. With these three levels, God is also to be recognized in three levels. Although Praveen told me to talk on spirituality, but nobody listens to me, so why should I listen to him? So I will not talk on spirituality, I will talk on God. So when we talk about God, 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 who is this God? What is this God? Like many youngsters ask this question. One young boy from engineering college in India, after my talk was over, he asked this question. How many? I got a question. I said, keep, I got sufficient. No, I want to know, have you seen God? Typical question. I said, why should I tell you? Andar ka mamla hai. Why should I tell you? No, I want to know whether you have seen God or not. I said, I will not tell you. No, but the same question was asked by Vivekananda to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Therefore, I am asking you this question. Theoretical. I said, you may be Vivekananda, I am not Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Have you seen God, God, God? See? According to our scriptures, the God is explained in three ways. And the exhaustive understanding of this God principle is a complete knowledge. It is something like this. One example will make my point clear before I tell you what God is. There was a school, and in that school there was a teacher who was teaching drawing. Like some people come for the lecture and they draw my picture. They are not interested in learning, they are interested in drawing the picture, time pass for them. So, the teacher was teaching drawing and he has to take an examination of the students. So he kept odd things in the center, like a kettle, one or two glasses or the cups rather with the ear, saucer, few fruits, one flower pot, and made the students sit in 12 different positions. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And he said, now I give you a signal, you start, and when I tell you stop, you have to stop. So he gave, and after about an hour, he said, stop now. So stopped. Thereafter, he said, now we have to evaluate your papers. So he said, don't give me. Transfer the papers from 12 o'clock student to 3 o'clock, from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. In that order. They did it. Then he said, now you evaluate the papers. You are the examiners. So the students were very enchanted. Good. Wrong. And after they have done it, he said, come on, give everybody all the papers, came to the teacher. He said, now you are the students and you are the examiners. I will read the results. And he started reading. First student, wrong, 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 all 12 wrong. And they said, no, it can't be. He said, see, I have not not done anything, you have done. Okay, let me see now. And then he saw all papers. And he said, everybody is perfectly correct. Now what was the difference between the evaluation by the two examiners? The first examiners were obsessed by one particular standpoint. They were not able to leave the obsession of one particular angle. See? And who is the teacher? Teacher sitting in his own place, he was able to recognize what will be the vision of the object from all standpoints. Is it not? In the same manner. Scriptures tell us the truth from three different standpoints. One is the Nirgun Nirakar, the attributeless, formless reality. Satyam jnanam anantam brahma yo vedanidam guhayam parame vyomanna soshnute sarvan kaman sah brahmana vipashiteti. The parrot said the sentence. Not one word has percolated anywhere. Only mechanical. Like na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyagena ike amritatvama anashu parena nakam नाक के ऊपर वरेण नाकम गुहाया. So Nirgun Nirakar, attributeless, formless reality. One. The second expression of the divine principle called as God is the Saguna Nirakar, with attributes but with no form. Like the Lord is omniscient, all-pervading, inner controller, all-compassionate. Compassionate means the one who has got no passions. Passion come hai, compassionate. We have more passions. He doesn't have any passion. Like that. The second expression of God. And the third one is Saguna Sakar. Ravana Mardana Rama Namo. And who is the other fellow? Kamsa Vimardana. Kamsa Mardana. The rhythm goes wrong. You should say Kamsa Vimardana Krishna Namo. Add V. So, then this God, Rama, Krishna, Govinda, they have got both attributes as well as form. Now when we are like the students, obsessed with one particular standpoint, see, suppose we are obsessed with form and with attributes, Saguna Sakar. There also there are subdivisions of obsession. We are Vaishnavas. We will not go to Shiva temple. And Shaivites say, we will not go to Vaishnavas, we will go to Shiva. Or Bhole Baba is good. Kali Mata said, forget about it, we will come with the time. Obsessed. And this is what they think, that they are devoted to God. Similarly, the other type, they are obsessed with the Saguna Nirakar. Oh, he is all pervading except in my neighbor. He is omniscient, but he doesn't understand what he should give me. Therefore we go and ask, Lord, kindly note the list, because you don't understand. You may be omniscient, but as regard I am concerned, I am something extraordinary food. Then the third type, they are obsessed with the Nirgun Nirakar. See, God is Nirgun Nirakar. Why should we do the puja? Give me that booklet you have written, Para Puja. This will be the topic we will be taking for our retreat. And in that retreat, we will be making everybody chant this stotra and make them sufficiently confused. Because my approach is always to confuse the people. Unless confusion is created, nobody becomes activated. See? If Bhagavan Sri Krishna has taken the chariot and kept in front of Duryodhana, Arjuna would never have had confusion. The war would have begun and we would have missed Bhagavad Gita. So what he did, he created confusion. That is why I, being his follower, I create confusion. Confusion is like the antibodies in the system. You start thinking, if God is everywhere, then why I can't see Him? See? So keep on worrying. Worrying about God is meditation. And meditating on world is samsara. So in Para Puja, this Satchidananda Nirgun Nirakara is glorified. Akhande Satchidanande Nirvikalpaika Rupine, not Rupini, Rupine Sthiti Dviti Yabhavesmin Katam Puja Vidiyate. Those who are the followers of this Nirgun Nirakar, attributeless, formless, how can you do the puja? Purnasya avahanam putra sarvadharasya chasanam swachhasya padyam argyam cha suddhyasya shuddhasya chamanam kutaha. So there is a Shodashopachara puja. First of all, we avahan, please come. You can call Prithvi, earth, you can call waters, you can call fire, you can call air. Can you call space? Because you are in the space, who will call space? So Paramatma being Nirgun Nirakar, how can you do the avahan? And the one who is the support of everything, Sarva Adharasya Asanam, what asanam you can give to Paramatma who is Nirgun Nirakar? And thus we get carried away by the wrong understanding that we are the followers of the attributeless, formless reality. And then they will sit for meditation. And then the question, Swamiji, ab kya karu? Therefore, unless what God means clearly to us, neither our karma, nor our devotion, nor our meditation, nor our knowledge will be clear. See? God is the destination in your GPS. GPS stands for that only, God Principle Search. So unless you know what exactly you are seeking, will be only going in darkness. Therefore, let us start step by step. One day one person asked me, Swamiji, how to reach Kumbh Mela, can you please tell me? I said, okay, I'll tell you. Where are you? Why should I tell you? He replied me. I said, okay. First go to Sydney. Then from there take a flight, go to Johannesburg. From there go to Sao Paulo. And then via Washington DC. Come to, Heathrow, and then come to Delhi. But Swamiji, I am in Jubri Talaya. Why didn't you tell me first? Where are you? Unless you tell where from you are starting the journey, how can the mark or the path be told, isn't it? So what is our present location? Destination we have discovered, GPS. Now what is the location? Our location is, we are Saguna Sakar. How we are Saguna Sakar? We try to make ourselves immortal by these two techniques. Either we want to make the statues sakar with form, or we want to keep our name immortal. Because I am name and form. Once I went to Vrindavan, so many places of Bhagavan Krishna's Leela. And when we were moving, in one place we went, please come. And there was some place, and so many stones were fixed on the wall, on the floor, and people's names were written. So I went and did namaskar, and the person in charge, there, one pujari, he said, Swamiji, you should get your name fixed on one stone over here. I said, okay, do it. Why should I? It will cost you only 2100 rupees. I said, okay, never mind, pay it. Is the problem. No, you have to pay. I said, no, I don't want to pay because I receive, I don't have account in one bank in India. You know why? Because I don't like that word. Dena bank. I know Lena. I don't know Dena. I am always at a receiving end. No Dena. If you can give me, I will take it. Now, he said, no, if you keep your stone in your name, you will be going to heaven. See, friends. Now, who knows that name? That stone on which the name is written, the stone doesn't know. The one who is writing there, he also doesn't know. The one who will step on that, he also doesn't know. And the stone who is somewhere else, he also doesn't know who has stepped on him. But we have that notion that I am a name, I am a form. See? How much we are obsessed by the name and the form. Once there was, I was going to Badrinath, and all youngsters, college students were with me, about 20, 27 of them, 2 buses. And always I sit at the last, at the back seat on the left side corner. Because that is the worst seat in the whole bus. So when I sit there, nobody complains, I don't get to sit near the windows. So you can't create windows for everybody in the bus. Unless you are riding on a motorcycle. Window. So, then one girl came and said, Swamiji, shall I sit? You sit down. No problem. But don't eat my head. Then Swamiji tells something. I said, okay, let us play some game. Yes. I said, now I will call some student by his name loudly, and in your ear I will not say anything. Only I'll, move my lips, and you start laughing. Very vigorous laughing. And that's it. Okay. Then I said, that Ashok, the moment I said Ashok, he looked behind. She started laughing. And I was quiet again. Nothing happened. She said, I can't sit here, I'll go. I said, go. She went. Now this Ashok, he was parashan. Swamiji, may I come and sit? I said, it's your choice. He said, why she was laughing? I said, you ask her. I don't know why people laugh. That is their choice. I am not giving a vigilance on who should laugh, who should not laugh. No, you told her something. I said, I didn't tell her anything. No, you told her something. I said, by God, woe by you. By anyone. So, I didn't say. You go and ask her. And he went there. What did Swamiji tell you about me? No, nothing, he said. No, he was doing like something. No, really, he didn't say anything. Then why you are laughing? Who are you to question me? You are not my husband. Why you are laughing? See? Even a husband can't dare. Because the very meaning of the word husband is जिसकी हंसी बंद हो गई husband. And he was so frustrated, so frustrated. See, friends, we are so obsessed with name. Similarly, we are so obsessed with form. So many statues, we'll make our own statues. And when so many statues are made, one baby pigeon was asking mummy pigeon, Mummy, 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 kya hai beta? I want to go. Where should I go? Go to Mahatma Gandhi. No, somebody is already sitting there. Okay. Then go to Indira Gandhi. No, somebody also. I have to go hurriedly. Please tell. Where should I go? See? Okay, go. Vivekananda. Vivekananda. See, friends, names and forms, we are so obsessed. To get rid of this obsession for the name and the form, invoke the God with name and form. It is for this purpose that our scriptures tell us that here is Ganapati. One Punjabi said, my father is Lakhpati. Sindhi said, nothing. My father is Karodpati. South Indian said, nothing. My father is Ganapati. See? Pati hi pati hai aur kya? So, when you look at the Lord with the form, one thing you should never do, and many of us do that wrong thing. Don't look at the Lord with an analytical view. See, He is God incarnate. That's it. Devotion to the God does not fall in the purview of inquiry. When you start inquiring, your devotion will disappear and you will get nothing in your hand. Many times they do like poor Ganesha. Why his stomach is very big? Hajmola nahi khaya. See? And he has got only 1.5 tooth. One tooth has broken. Why? Colgate istemal nahi. This is not the way to look at the idols of the God. Don't give any imaginary interpretation of the divine form. See? The Lord with the name and the form is only for invocation of devotion. That's it. But these, lipstick Vedantis, lipstick Vedanti means what? Those to their lips, Vedanta is stuck. Like you got a lipstick, a Vedanta stick. And their Vedanta is for others, not for themselves. They are called as Asura Vedanti. When Hiranyaksha was killed by Bhagwan Varaha, Hiranyakashipu went and gave a lecture on Vedanta to his own mother and the wife of Hiranyaksha. And after that lecture, they were out of their commotion, their grief. But then Hiranyakashipu felt confused about his own talk. Oh God, if everything is born, everything dies. I am also born. Am I going to die? No, I don't want to die. And then did tapasya of this Brahmaji. And I don't want to die. This is called as Asura Vedanta. Vedanta meant for others. When you are on the path of devotion, don't bring inquiry at all. See, friends. Otherwise, you will destroy yourself, friends. Devotion to the Lord with the name and the form is a technique by which we look outside, but the evolution happens inside. And what is that evolution? Evolution is we learn to respect and revere, which we lack in our life. Those who lack respect and reverence for something, at least one altar in the whole universe, They are the poorer than the poorest. We must have one altar wherein we have zero questions. Because the Lord is beyond cause and effect. There is nothing like why? Because the sky is too high. See, friends. So this Saguna Sakar, then how do we remain devoted to this Lord? So as we are with the form and the attributes, how will you? We have our stories. So be attentive. A devotee of the Lord, he will talk about the Lord's stories, not his stories. Normally what we do, we talk about our story, This is how the old people suffer in life. They carry the total past on their head and therefore they are bent all the time. Can you imagine Hercules carrying the globe on his head with a smile on the face? It cannot be. Because constantly carrying the load of the past. And how do we carry the load of the past? All the time we talk about our past. Give it a chance. Don't talk about your past. Then what to talk? Then talk about the Leela of Bhagavan. Devo ke Dev Mahadev. There are many topics. See? Then automatically your eye will start getting dissolved. It is for this purpose this Saguna Sakar is required. Then we want entertainment. Now in that entertainment, instead of having the worldly things, hey, kya kahti tu? Kya main bolu? Adikya Khandala. Instead of that, see, invoke the divine theme, bring the music out of you, and thus your whole activity of life becomes God-centered. See, friends, when our activities become God-centered, then you will see that we discover a different fragrance in our life. See, friends, a devotee of the Lord is the one who bypasses the law of karma. Many of us, those who are unbaked Vedantis, they say devotion also, and we don't know what our merits have surfaced. We have come and met a Mahatma. Please remember, Ishvaranugrahat eva pumsam advaita vasana. By our karma phala doesn't lead to devotion. Devotion is by God's grace. See? Binu Hari Kripa mile nahi santa. Without the divine grace, we do not come across satsanga, etc. And the devotee thereafter goes beyond the law of karma. Be very attentive. Once somebody was driving me and we jumped the red light, police stopped. Yesterday I told you. And when the police was charging money, I said, don't do for her. I have told her to go fast. So charge me, I'll pay you. He said, no, you don't know a simple thing probably. That is why you are a Mahatma. Then, those who drive the car, on them alone, the traffic rules are applied. See how true it is? A devotee does not drive his life. He has handed over his life to his will. Like a child. A child doesn't bother where will I sleep, what food I will eat. What more mothers are there? See? The mothers will worry. The child enjoys. A devotee never suffers. Devotion for the Lord and worries in the heart is contradiction in terms. See, friends, because the devotee has already written off the doership. Yad yad karma karomi tat tad akhilam shambho tavaradhana. He doesn't do the karma as a duty, but his karma is as a devotion. Duty keeps you in the relative world. A devotee goes beyond the relative world. You know devotee, the one who votes. Devotee who doesn't vote. जो थारी रहा है सो मारी रहा है. Life becomes extremely simple. But we have got this funny notion, oh, I want to be spiritual. Which spiritual? Liquid or solid? See, friends, therefore, devotion to the God Visaguna Sakar is like learning a car driving in an open space. We don't know how to turn, whether it is going in the right direction. Initially, when you drive, car idhar kyun ja rahi hai? In the same manner, initially we have our altar, we have our God, and then start practicing. When you are before the God, you are a devotee. When you go away from your temple, personal puja room, do you continue to be devotee or not? When you are sitting behind the steering wheel, you are a driver. But when you go out, do you continue to be driver? No, but passive driver. You know everything. The moment next time it comes in your hand, again you are a driver. See, it is not, only on the football ground I am a driver. Other places I am not a driver. No. Once driver is always driver. In the same manner, once devotee is always a devotee. And who is a devotee? Number one, living at zero complaints. He has no complaints. Number two, he accepts the world as it is. I'll tell you a few techniques. Try. These are the techniques I use in my life. I like chaos. When you like chaos, you can never be miserable. Because everywhere there is a chaos. I like confusions. So everywhere there is confusion, there is no problem. But those who are perfectionists, they expect perfection from the world. God has made or created this world for a time pass. See? Imagine two stories. One story of a perfectionist and other story created by God. Which story you like? Perfectionist writes a story or a drama. There was a boy, he went to the garden because he was unemployed. And there was a girl, she was also not anyway less than him. She also went there. They looked at each other, fell in love, went to their respective parents and cross parents and said, Mummy, Daddy, we want to get married. And Mummy, Daddy said, thank God, you found out the fools, get lost. Cinema over. Will such a cinema run? On the contrary, God creates another script. The boy goes and is frustrated. And there is a tree which has one branch coming, touching the ground and going up. I don't know why, but it happens like that. And he is standing there like this. Jao to jao come. And then from that side the girl comes. And he is looking through the corners. Netra Kadaksha. Because he is a gentleman, he doesn't want to look at a girl like this. And then that very time, Gabbar Singh comes from somewhere. And then the fighting begins. And after some time, the director says, Acha, chale jao. Gabbar Singh goes away. And in the fighting, he got a cut here, hit. And blood starts coming. I also got one. Very one. So, she immediately tears her sari and like Sai Baba, she tied. Maja hai na? This is what life is. God has created this world for a time pass. Don't become serious about anything in this life. A devotee is never serious, he is sincere. We are serious. See? When you thus follow this path of devotion, train yourself at home, go outside, and slowly, slowly you will develop that faculty to see the divine grace in every experience of our life. See, friends, we have got a microscopic vision. Suppose there is a picture backdrop as it is. Let's say this picture. Now this picture banner you can see from a distance, beautiful. Suppose you come very near and try to look at the banner with 2 inches distance. Will you be able to see the beauty of the banner? In the same manner, look at the world from a proper distance. Don't go too close, don't go far away. That is the vision that a devotee develops. And that vision gives us only one thing. This world is most beautiful place to look at. If there is ugliness, it is in our vision. बुरी नजर वाले अपनी नजर टेस्ट करा ले. See, there is nothing wrong with our world. World is beautiful. See, it is the same world where all the great masters lived. When was this world anyway bad or good? It was always like this. Many times these people ask questions, those who are Nirgun Nirakar brand. This, your Krishna, why he doesn't take the avatar? I said, there is no need. He told me, a lot of time with that. No, this world is so terrible. I said, when the world was not like this? Satyayug, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksh. Tretayug, Ravan, Kumbhakarna. Dwapar-yug, Duryodhan, Dushyasan. Kali-yug, we are all there. What is the novelty? This world has always been like that. Don't get too much involved in this world. Try with this world 2 things. If you are a devotee of the Lord, never try to make anybody happy. But why? We belong to a democratic setup. Everybody has a freedom to be miserable. Tadastu. Similarly, don't try to make anybody miserable. Why? There is no need. Everybody is self-sufficient. And thus, look at this world as His creation. See, the 2 things have happened. By this upasana of the Saguna Sakar, the devotion to the Lord with name and form, qualities and attributes, we have discovered this vision. With this vision, when you look at the world, yatra yatra mano yati tatra tatra samadaya, then we will be able to see His presence. How we see His presence? One example, then we will go to the next step. Once I was in LA, and there was one Tamilian lady who has been asking every time, Swami, please come and stay with me, like that. I said, I don't know, you ask those people who are organizing, I go and stay anywhere. Because my calculations are very simple. Like here I am now Seema's house. So count down, 4 days. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Apply the same principle. But we apply, अभी तो मैं जवान हूँ. अरे यार, you are 98, not out. No, but Tulsidas ji lived for 125 years. अभी तो मैं जवान हूँ. Start counting down. Your life will be very, very simple. So when I went to her house to stay, and 2 things I am allergic by default. One is dogs and second is cats. And when I went in their house, she was an old lady, one alone, single fellow. All her children, everybody has gone out. So for company she had kept only 7 dogs and 11 cats. A big house. And when I entered, all of them came with Purna Kumbha. And I was worried that their Purna Kumbha may be lifting that leg. They can't do anything. And then I saw that I said, my God, now next 4 days I had to stay. So to help myself, I went to the fridge. On the fridge there was a big poster. This house is meant to cater the needs of my dogs and cats. If you feel uncomfortable, you can leave. Tell me. And then I went and sat in one chair, and suddenly one cat came and sat in my lap and all that. Then that Amma asked me, Swamiji, do you like dogs and cats? I said, Amma, they are Sakshat Bhagwan Dattatreya. I don't know how Bhagwan Dattatreya like dogs. Now because I had to stay with her, I was tolerating all that in the same manner. We have to stay in this world. Instead of tolerating, why don't we love? When you tolerate, you are under tension and stress. When you love, they are under tension and stress. So, relax. Therefore, when we are devoted to the Lord, we accept the world as it is. No complaint. Accept everything as it is. See? Normally we go on projecting. Somebody is friend, somebody is enemy, somebody is good, somebody is bad. See? Nobody is good and nobody is bad in this world, friends. It is all our mind which is playing the tricks. And we, instead of working on the mind, we are working by the mind. And the mind takes us for a ride. Don't trust your mind. Trust anybody. Even a cobra you can trust. You know cobra? Kognastha Brahman. You can trust. But you should not trust your mind. See? Keep that mind under strict discipline. No, this, no. See? After this is done, we have graduated from first stage on our way to the GPS destination. Then we come to the second, wherein we talk about now the experience. So experiences happen in our mind, in our heart. Now when these words are used, mind, heart, intellect, they are all to be understood with reference to context. Many people get lost only in the words. Last time you said mind, this time you say heart. What is the reason? Your head. If you cannot understand with reference to context, then God bless me. Hold a second. So, all our experiences happen in the mind. And if the mind is not at peace with itself, the experiences will be seen as abnormal. Therefore, the second technique of devotion to the God who is with attributes but without form, for that kind of God's understanding, the spiritual practice is the japa sadhana. Chanting the Lords of the name, name of the Lords. We start from the Vaikhari Vani speech. See, it is said that the Lord's name protects us, but they don't tell who is protected from whom. That I will tell you. Whenever we travel so many times, I keep on traveling from one to another place. One person asked me this question, Swamiji, like a rolling stone, why keep on moving from one place to another? I said, do you know the beauty of a rolling stone? it doesn't gather moss and mass. Both. Keep moving. So, when you are traveling, people will come and ask you question. Swamiji, I have got a question. What can I do? Keep it with you. No, you please ask. So unnecessarily. And the question has no meaning. The same thing. My wife is like that, my son is like that. And शादी तुमने की, परेशान मुझे कर रहे हो. You get married and torture me. You know the most pathetic character in Mahabharata. You know who is that? Most pathetic character? Pitama Bhishmacharya. He never got married, but he suffered the most. The same is our condition. So, to protect us from the devotees, the Lord's name comes to our help. When somebody, and God has given me vision, I can smell the question of a person. The moment somebody is coming with the urgency, to go and ease. So before that, I will take out the mala from my pocket. Swami, excuse me. This is how the Lord's name protects you from the people. That's all. So we first of all chant the Lord's name with the Vaikhari Vani. See? Never start your chanting in your mind. Sit before the Lord and chant very cool way. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And when you are chanting this way, initially you may be tied down with some mantra by some Mahatma or number of malas to be done, finish it off. Or else there will be again agitation in the mind. So suppose you are told, do this Om Namah Shivaya mala for 10 times, finish it, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Do the SMS of the mala. In US, one girl told me, she was going to school, Swami, JSK, and ran away. So her grandmother was a Swamiji, these children these days are so useless, they don't know even how to behave with Swamis. And what did she said, I don't know. I said, Mama, she said, Jai Sri Krishna. It is a SMS of the mantra. JSK, 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 JSK. Now by this, Bhagwan get confused. Iska hai bhai. Because Bhagwan knows only the Sanskrit mantra, English he doesn't know. So finish that part of your routine, what you are doing. Thereafter, find out time. How much time is at your disposal? And during that time, chant the Lord's name like you eat a chocolate. See? How we take Ayurvedic medicine and how we eat chocolate. Do we take that Ayurvedic medicine, Kutajarishta, name itself terrible. And once you take that Kutajarishta, it is so horrible that next time to protect yourself from the dose, you say, I am okay. And repeat again. Very powerful medicine. See? Not like that. How we eat chocolate? We eat chocolate, keep in our mouth for hours together. Slowly, slowly it dissolves. We are not in a hurry. In the same manner, chant the Lord's name. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. each and every cell of your body is touched by the divine name. As a result, your mind will be at peace but not sleepy. We have trained our mind only for one purpose. Whenever the mind is at peace, go to sleep. Therefore, many people, when they sit for meditation, they go to sleep. Because they have trained their mind. Whenever the mind is quiet, go to sleep. So with all enthusiasm, they sit with exclamation. And when the mind becomes quiet, they slowly start becoming question mark. And after some time, underline. Because they have never trained their mind to be quiet and not sleepy. So try this. Don't give importance to the number of times you chant the Lord's name. Give importance to how much time you are in the divine company. How much time? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. But that time be fully available, not half-heartedly. Then we are creating a proper mind to recognize that the Lord is with attributes, inner controller and without form. See? Without form, the mind will not have any shape, any form. An inner controller, now the mind is no more agitated. See? This is the second step. How we practice devotion for the God. And when we thus practice devotion for the God who is inner controller, antaryami and nirakara, formless, the devotion to the Lord in this manner will make our mind worthy to receive Him in our heart. See, friends, like when we go to somebody's house, there is always excitement. Oh, somebody is coming, somebody is coming, somebody is coming. And then their house, which was not, vacuumed or cleaned for last 365 years, that house is clean. Put to things. Why? Somebody is coming, somebody is coming. So when someone whom we want to receive, don't we prepare our house in the same manner? To receive, nay, to allow the dormant, formless, attributeless God that we are to manifest through us. Don't struggle for the vision of God. Let Him express through us. And that can happen only if we have prepared our mind. Therefore, two things. Karmani, religion. Karmani, chitta shuddhyartham. Devotion to God, aikagryartham upasanam. Mokshartham brahma vijnanam. Iti Vedanta Dindima. Without the preparation, we simply go and study Upanishad and then Vivek Chudamani and Bhagavad Gita and all that. And without any experience, we want to talk. See? And the talk is nothing but undigested knowledge coming out of the mouth. See, the other day I gave you an example somewhere. Two persons. One Bengali, other South Indian. Bengali ate Rasgulla and Sandesh. And South Indian ate Idli Sambar. And it so happened, both of them vomited suddenly. So when they vomited, we were looking at it. Acha, his vomition is Rasgulla and Sambar. Good. Hey, Idli, Dosha. No, vomition of any kind is disgusting, is it not? Exactly the same way. The scriptural knowledge we cannot digest because the digestion of the knowledge takes place in the mind. And the mind is not healthy to digest. See, friends. And therefore, those who are only talking Vedanta, they are deceiving themselves. See, friends, unless we have worked on our mind and simply thinking that, yes, my mind is under control. Therefore, friends, first God is Saguna Sakar. See? And this is what Bhagavad Gita tells, but this portion we bypass. Bhagavan gives in 7th chapter, in 9th chapter, in 10th chapter, in 11th chapter, so many places. This whole world is the expanse only, nothing else. See? Raso hamapsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashisureyo pranavaha sarva vedeshu shabdakke paurusham drishu punyo gandha prathivyam cha tejaschasmi vibhavasau. This is all his vibhuti. When we love a person, we love his children also. In the same manner, when we take God as a principle which is with form and with attributes, then this whole world is none other than the God. See, friends. Now what happens? Ishavasti vidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhanjita magrutak kasya siddhanam. When our vision changes, our interaction with the world will change. When we look at this world as a place of indulgence, we will be indulgent and bhoga pradhan. But when we look at the same world as God manifest, that attitude of indulgence will disappear and reverence will upsurge in you. And whenever we live in the reverential attitude, we are at peace, not the world. When these two things are properly done, then we come to the third stage, that the God is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyomanna Soshnute Sarvan Kaman Sa Brahmana Vipashyateti. In this whole mantra, the most important word is Sa. Sa means together. All his desires stand fulfilled simultaneously. Our desires are fulfilled in a sequence. When I become big, I will study well and then I will get a good job. Then after that, I will get married. Then after that, I will have children. Then the children will grow. Then they will get married. Sequence. And the sequence never ends. See? Yo Veda Nihidam Guhaya. He who has discovered his infinite, conscious, blissful self, independent of everything, the net result is we live at zero desire levels. Desire-free experience is God without attributes and without form. Wherever there is no desire, there is happiness. Wherever there is desire, there is misery. See, I get up in the morning and I want to have a cup of tea. So, Immediately after my bath, the mind starts tick, 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 tick. Then the watch, clock is making noise. No, but it is not making noise. Where from the sound is coming? Tick, tick, tick. Oh, it is inside. And when I take a cup of tea, see. So what happened? When there was a desire for the tea, there is disturbance. When the desire is fulfilled, be attentive. Fulfillment of the desire is removal of the desire. So what exactly happens is, for a temporary period, we liberate ourselves from the desires. And in deep sleep, for a longer period of time, there is no desire. So we are all happy. Not only we, others are also happy. Only no. See, friends. Therefore, this third stage of practicing devotion to the Lord, who is without form and without attributes, is the study of scriptures. One of the biggest obstacles for every intellectual, I don't call intelligent. There are two types of people, those who are intellectuals and those who are intelligent. Intellectuals suffer intelligently. And intelligent people never suffer in life. Gata asuna gata asuscha nanu shochanti pandita. They never suffer. So the intellectuals have one problem, and that problem is the problem of objectivity. See, objectivity begins with the thought. Thought means both presence of the thought as well as absence of the thought. But when presence and absence of the thought doesn't make any difference, objectivity disappears. This objectless awareness is attributeless, formless God, and it cannot be other than the self. So these are the three stages through which our GPS will lead us to the God principle. If we practice it in a proper manner, very good. If you don't practice, it's good for me. My clientage will be maintained. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.